UMAR.
You changing numbers with the kingpin?
Yeah, this ain't about boxing, my brother. It's modern boxing. I'll text you and then I'll put my number.
No, you got WhatsApp?
Yeah, WhatsApp.
My phone, WhatsApp me.
Don't cost nothing.
Yeah, no, my phone, I don't even pay the bill. I'm out the country so long, like, why I pay the bill for?
I hear that.
I don't even pay the freaking bill. I don't. I keep WhatsApp and calling. Yes, sir, baby.
Johnny, sorry to bring the energy down, but I do want to just get this topic out of the way.
Yeah.
Tragic news the other day about Patrick Day.
Yeah, definitely. You know what, our sport at its best, it's the greatest sport in the world. At its worst, it's a dirty, rotten prostituting game. And unfortunately, there are fatalities in our sport, and it's hard to justify it. It's hard to even explain it away because our sport is so direct, and the risk is always there. The British Boxing Board of Control do everything possible to try and avoid this happening. It's going to happen. We've got to accept that it's going to happen, and it's not acceptable, but it's going to happen unless boxing is banned, and it's never going to be banned.
Why do you say that?
Because
we hope it doesn't get banned.
Because at the moment boxing is on an official level, and so if you try and ban boxing, people are still going to box, but they do it on an unofficial level. So you're not going to have medics ringside. You're not going to. That fighters won't have to have medical checks. Fighters won't have to have brain scans every year. It won't have to be done if it was banned. So people need to understand. People will always box. Idiots like me will always want to get in the ring and fight. So if you don't fight, you don't understand why somebody would directly want to get in the ring and directly inflict harm on somebody else. And that's not how you think it has. It's about precaution. It's about safety measures being put in place. And our sport has advanced massively over the years, from potential fatalities like Spence Oliver, Gerald McCarron, Michael Watson. We're learning and constantly doing everything possible to keep our fighters safe. It will get safer. It will happen again, and all you can do is feel sorry for obviously the fighters' families, the ones that are left behind. And it's just, when I heard it, I thought, damn, it's the last thing you want to hear. I remember in our gym, Brendan put a sign up, a massive big black and white sign up in the gym saying, boxing can seriously damage your health. You did it at your own risk. And he made sure everybody saw that when you first came in there. He wanted you to be fully aware of the risks you were taking, what you were doing, what position you were putting your life in, your family's life in. My mum never wanted me to box because of the fears of fighting. But if it's in you, you're going to do it. And so all you can do is pray it doesn't happen sooner rather than later, and pray that we learn from this. We learn something else, another safety step. That's what.
Johnny, Marco Huck Joyce is going to Germany. They won the power spin. Huck's
going to Germany.
He's going to Germany.
Yeah.
Do you expect Joyce to blitz him?
Yeah, Joyce is too big. Marco Huck gets hit too hard, too easy, too often. The reason why I said I want to fight Marco Huck is because he's never boxed out of Germany. So he always had the favour of the hometown advantage, even though he's not actually German.
No, yeah.
And he's tough, but that's it. Skill-wise, his skill is if you're in front of him, he'll stand there and have a tape with you. But if you can box, if you can punch, if you can move, you'll bamboozle him. And that's the reason why we didn't fight. That's the reason why he got beat up and not stopped the fight after that. That's the reason why Usyk beat him up. That's what's going to happen with Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce is a bigger, smarter, more intelligent version than Huck. Huck's a cruiserweight, and he's not even a big cruiserweight. Now he's stepping up to heavyweight, so that mentality of wanting to get in there and think, right, I'm going to have a tear up. You can't bully heavyweights now. He's not big enough to bully the heavyweights, and that's what he did as a cruiserweight. So when I stepped up and said, come on, fight, let's deal with this, he wasn't going to bully me. People just couldn't get that. I didn't want to come back for a career. I wanted to come back to beat that particular opponent because you see his limitation. I expect Joe Joyce to be too big, too strong.
Like Carl Froch. Too big, too strong.
Too big, too strong. I think he'll put it on him.
That reference always gets me. Too big, too strong for GGG.
Yeah. That's calm, man. That's calm.
want to round this off by talking about another heavyweight, Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
What have you made of his storm in the WWE?
Listen, our sport, we get involved with our sport because we love it. Then eventually, we love it and we get paid handsomely for it. Tyson Fury is making the most out of our sport, his notoriety, his success, and he's making dough out of what he's doing.
$10 million.
You can't knock him for that. You know what I mean? You've got to commend him because he's making mad money in a sport that we love, and he's still in love with the sport outside our sport because of what he's achieved in boxing. So Tyson Fury, absolutely, because you know what, you're doing what every other fighter wish they were in a position to do.
Are you
make
fearful?
Mad money outside of getting hit in the face.
Are you fearful the Wilder rematch might not happen? People are suggesting because of this whole WWE.
Well, you know what, we can surmise all the time, and this is all down to Wilder, quite clearly. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Wilder, you know, we can all develop amnesia. We can say, you know, I want to fight him, I don't want to fight him. Wilder will have a back up the ball. So what will he do after this fight? Where will he go? What will his excuse be? I believe Wilder's a fighting man. I believe Wilder's the kind of guy that will back his boss up. So I'd be probably disappointed and let down if it didn't happen. And so I do think the fight will happen.
If he beats Ortiz.
If he beats Ortiz. And again, remember when he first boxed Ortiz was the guy that everybody avoided. And I said I rated Wilder. Because Wilder took on a fight that nobody wanted.
And even more so now taking a rematch.
Yeah, and now he's taking a rematch. You've got to rate him. So that's why it don't make sense to me when it seemed like he's shying away from fighting a certain somebody. So let's see what happens after this and see how it rolls.
All right, Johnny Nelson, enjoy your night in Newcastle. Are you still hitting the gym like all the
Just
time?
a little bit, or just wear tight clothes.
Coat?
Bam! Look at it.
Good man.
See you later.